Sorry, I smiled. Because somebody is asking me about the Word document. He said, Ma'am, pakipasa na lang po sa akin ang Word document. Ano ko na lang po, what's that? Yeah, sabi niya, I forget the term. Aayusin na lang daw niya. Where can you find Word document as second year, as BSIT student? Where can you find document? Will I give you the document? Will I give you the Word document? Hmm? Do you know where is the Word document? You are using your PC, right? Where is that? Where can you find that? You have also your cell phone. In smart cell phone, there is a Word document. There is also a PowerPoint. There is also a Excel. So that those are the Microsoft Office. You can find your Word document in Microsoft Office. And it should be installed with your PC as well as in your gadget, if your gadget is a smartphone. I know that you have that smartphone because you are very, some of you are using two gadgets. So you don't need to ask me about ma'am, please send me the Word document. I-edit ko na lang po. That's the proper term. I-edit ko na lang po. That is already installed with your PC. If you installed the Microsoft Office, because Word documents are with the Microsoft Office. Do you know what is Microsoft Office?
Yes,
Oh, baka naman second year BSIT, hindi alam ang Microsoft Office. So that Word document is the one you will use in your detailed presentation. And you have to put cover letter for that Word document. Okay po? You will pass that on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Clear po? Clear po ba? May kausap po ba ako?
Opo.
Yes po, ma'am.
po, ma'am.
Especially the 5 students who will present these topics on Friday. Okay? Every time that there will be a presenter, that is our requirements. Okay? How will I grade? There are 2 grades. We have the grades for your presentation and grades for your documents and PowerPoints that you will pass with soft copy in my messenger. The ranking is 1 to 10. So please aim 10 because 10 is the grade is 1. As well as with your presentation, aim 10 because that is 1. How will you grade? How will you get the grade of 1 or rank 10? Of course, your soft copy must be very good in accordance with your discussion with proper grammar, of course, because our subject is literature. Our subject is in English, so it must be in proper grammar. Don't do the copy paste. Do citation. If ever that I will find out that you plagiarize the works of other authors, it will be deducted to your score. You know what I mean. There are so many students who is doing that. So don't do the same with them. Okay? So as well as your presentation, you will get the rank 10 if ever that you will present it in a very good way and you can answer the questions that I will give to you. You will not just present, you will also answer the questions that I will give. Do not record your presentation. You will present it virtually live. No recording of presentation. Okay? Malinaw po ba? O hindi? Do I need to repeat? O wala na naman akong kausap.
No po, ma'am. Yes po,
Malinaw
ma'am.
po, ma'am. Malinaw po.
Yes.
So, sana nga nagkakaintindihan tayo, especially the presenters, ha? And what else? Pero hanggang doon lang muna tayo for the reminders. And may I ask, am I the only one who is consuming 3 hours? Why
Yes,
are you
ma'am. Kayo po.
not just Miss Miranda?
Yes po, ma'am. Ano po?
Bakit ka tumatango?
Hindi po, nagre-rock lang po ako.
Wow. How about you, Mr. Robles? You said yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yung iba isang oras na lang po. 2 oras.
Ang ganda lang ako.
Ma'am, may tanong
Yes, Mr. Abion.
about po sa report.
Yes po. What? Record po.
Kailangan po ba mahaba yung i-report po namin about sa
Kailangan mahaba. It depends. It depends of the content of your report. If the content of your report is long, you must have the long report. You must have the long presentation. You will consume more time in your presentation. But you must get the substance, the essence of the topic of your report. Okay, Miss Bulata, what? You're laughing. What do you want to say, Miss Bulata?
Di po gano'n kasi na-itsura ko. Ano ma'am?
Is there any more clarifications before we proceed? Mr. De La Cruz, who's that?
Ma'am, paano po yung mga
Po yung mga walang report pa? Oh, ano lang, inunahan ko lang. What's that, Mr. De La Cruz?
yung ano pa ma'am, kasi nga ma'am, tawag dito.
What?
Ano ma'am? Nakalimutan ko.
Ay, ano yun?
Hindi ma'am, yung ano po ma'am, kasi po hindi naman po lahat kami magaling mag-English. Hindi naman po lahat kami fluent mag-English. Paano po yung pag nag-report na po kami?
You must try. You must
Medyo
try. You
na-
are in second year, huh? You are in second year. You are sophomores. All of you are sophomores. So you must.
Medyo
Mr. Bahad,
may block po kasi kami pagdating sa English ma'am.
kinakabahan po
you
kasi
are
kami, ma'am.
BSIT. The BSIT students
Ma'am,
are
pansin
very
niyo-
well. You are very well in university. You are very well in the. You must. Why? Because you are BSIT. Yeah. You are linked with the technology. If you are linking with the technology, you must be a very good one in English.
Ma'am, pwede Taglish sa akin lang ma'am.
You always use your gadget, right? Mga rahuyo kayo sa gadget, then you cannot speak English. Your
Ma'am,
topics are all simple. You don't
Ma'am.
need to use the deep English. You can use the ordinary English, colloquial English. You can use that.
Okay po, ma'am. Kahit barok po.
Yes, of course, kahit Baruch. That's the way you can learn to speak. Wala namang ipinanganak na magaling na eh. Wala
Si
namang
Billy po, ma'am.
na. Oh,
Billy
that?
Joe po. Si Billy Joe po.
Call center yun, ma'am.
how about you, Mr. Bahado?
Ma'am, ask ko lang po, kasi po yung sa report ko po, yung sa about poetry po.
Poetry.
Ano po, there are 38 types, 38 plus ata po ma'am na types ng poetry. Is it
Oh.
okay ma'am na kunin ko na lang po yung mga common types ng poetry?
Oh, you have to discuss a little bit of everything about poetry, so that your classmate will understand the different types of poetry, and I might get to your report in our exam, in our midterm, in our long test, in our quiz. So how can you cut that?
Ano
You want
po,
to cut?
Yung
You want to
yung pagbala ko lang po sa ano ma'am, yung mga common types po na ginagamit na poems po. Ganun lang po yung gagawin ko sana, yung mga kilala po, mga haiku po, yung sonnet, mga ganun lang po.
If you will do that, how do we know the other types of poet?
Okay po ma'am, try ko na lang po yan. Summarize
You
po.
you don't need to elaborate, especially the unknown poetry. You just give and then give the meaning of that and then give some example. That's it. As simple as that.
Okay po. Thank you po ma'am.
Okay. Is there any more? We are already 10:42. No more? Okay. Because I will dismiss you earlier because I will go to CMU. Kaya papalakpakan tenga ninyo, I will not consume. Nagsisimula na silang nangingiti na. I will not consume the 3 hours. Meron na nag-heart. Okay? Because we will have a meeting with the CMU. Okay? Pag natapos tayo maaga. Pag hindi ako makaka-attend. Mapapagalitan ako. Okay? So, let's go with the topic. How far have we gone with the topic 19th century of Spanish literature? Are we done with the Spanish literature class? Wala na naman akong kausap. Hirap sa inyo eh. You don't want to talk to me. How far? Are we done with the Enlightenment, right?
Yes po.
Okay. So we are now with the Romanticism. I will make this fast forward. Okay. Okay, Romanticism. What is your idea when you say romance?
Love.
Yes, Mr. Abion.
Ayun po, love.
Love. Sige. Love, yun na. Other one, Mr. Balala.
Make love po.
Make love. When we say romance, make love. Okay, Mr. Bautista John.
Courting po, ma'am.
Pardon?
Courting po. Courting, ma'am. Maniligaw po.
Courting. Okay. How about Mr. Bahado? Okay.
About ano po ma'am? About developing relationship between woman and woman po.
All right. Developing relationship between man and women. Not man and man, girl and girl. Okay? Mr. Dumalangkad.
Dalumangkad po, ma'am.
Dumalangkad, sorry po. Yes po. Then, Mr. Elias?
Hello, ma'am. Alam ko po yung romanticism is
I'm just talking about romance. What is your idea with regards to romance?
Romance ba, ma'am? Alam ko magkaiba yung romance and romanticism. Pag romance po siguro, ma'am, ah, tawag dito, ma'am, may tawag dito. Wait lang, nahanap ko yung magandang word, parang deep passion towards, ma'am, towards, different individual, parang ganun.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Miss Heruta?
Ano po ma'am, para sa akin po yung romance po strong feeling of affection po towards
Okay.
another.
Towards another person. Mr. Dalumangkad,
Intimacy po.
intimacy. Okay. So, how about you, Mr. Soria?
Ma'am, para sa
What?
akin po, aminin po attitudes, ideals, and feelings.
Feelings. When we say romance, feelings, attitude, so it can be. But when we say romance, it deals with the affection of two individuals. It might be boy and the girl. Our trends is girl, girl, boy, boy. That is the trends nowadays, as we can see, and the affections are being exposed with each other. Then we will talk about romanticism. What is regards with this romanticism, with the romance that we are talking about? Then, can you please read this one, Mr. Abion?
Romanticism appears as a reaction against the strict rules of the Enlightenment,
Mhm.
and in opposition to it, it places more importance in feelings than reason. Romanticism can be divided into two different movements. Traditional Romanticism defends the traditional values represented by the church and the state, and Liberal Romanticism, which fights the established order, religion, art, and politics, and claims the rights of individuals to society and the laws.
Okay. How do you understand this one, Mr. Abion?
Uh, uh, for me, based on the given description, romanticism means it is the feeling of two different individuals. Yung feelings po yung mas importante when it comes to representing their romance ay to romance to one to one order po, depending sa religion or sa kanilang gustong bigyan ng romanticism po. Bigla po kasi yung religion, pero yun po pagkakaintindi ko.
Okay. Is there any more understanding with this? All right. When we say romanticism, it deals with the feeling, with the emotions of the individual. So that is the literary works of these romanticists during that time. And these romanticist authors are very, very against. They are not linked with the rule of enlightenment because they don't want to enlighten people with the society, with the government that we have that time. So they are very against with the enlightenment authors during that time. Okay, the importance to them are the feelings rather than the reason, the objective of what this enlightenment authors are doing with their literary works. And they have their two movements. They divided into two, which is liberal and this traditional. With regards to the traditional, their topic pertains with the church and the state. And it also deals with the emotions of the individuals. Okay? About the liberal romanticism, they deal with the rights of the individuals as well as the law of the society. They claim that they are pro rights of the individuals, and they are claiming that they are subjective to the rules, to the laws of the society. But if that is the case, they are still the so-called romanticists. Still, when we talk romanticism, when we talk romanticism, they pertain always with the feelings and emotion. They could not avoid that because they are romanticists. As we have the meaning of romance, it deals with the feeling of the individuals, of the two person. With romanticism, it deals with the emotion and feelings of their literary works with regards to the church and state. They divide themselves with liberal and traditional, but still, it is just a aesthetic form of movement. Why? Because if we remember in this portion, the Spaniards gave they what? I forgot. Where is it? Where is that? Okay. Oh, no. They give free education. Do you still remember that? They give free education to the urban places in order for them to encourage more readers, more Filipinos to join with them. But the Illustrados came out. And then this Enlightenment people came out. These authors opened the minds, the hearts, the eyes of the individuals during their regime. So when we say this one, they are pro with the rights of the individuals and the laws of the society. It is a very big question. This is just my view, my point of view with this two different movement with regards to the romanticism, because there are still romanticism. How can it be that they will be pro with the rights of the individuals and the laws of the society? How that it can be? It might not. This is just a static form of their movement. Okay, and these are the different examples that we had during that Romanticist era. Okay, during the 19th century, we have Jose Espronceda, we have Mariano Jose de Lara, we have Angel de Saavedra, Jose Surila, we have Gustavo Adolfo Becker, Rosalia de Castro, and we have the romantic poet or anti-romantic poets. We have Ramon Campomor and Gaspar Nunez de Arce. Yes, there are some literary works which is anti. They are not pro-romantics. They are anti-romantics. But it is just with the aesthetic of flower words with their uses. Okay. Then we have this. It says that romanticism is stress out the very strong emotion. It is the source of their literary works for using aesthetic experiences, using aesthetic words, beautiful words, in order for them to encourage more people, more Filipinos during that time. Okay? And these are the characteristics of Romanticism literature. We have the rejection of neoclassicism. Will you please read this one? Mr. Hilbuena.
Hello po, yes po, ma'am.
Yes.
Rejection of neoclassicism. Contrary to the scrupulous severity.
Scrupulous.
Yes po, ma'am. Ano po ulit?
Scrupulous.
Scrupulous severity and order with which the rules were observed in the 18th century, the Romanticist writers combined the
Genres.
genres and verses of different measures at time mixing verse and prose in theater. The
Mm.
rule of the three units, place, space, and time, is despised and they alternate comedy with drama.
Mhm. How do you understand this one?
Um, for me, ma'am, ma'am, parang today, ma'am, yung mga napapanood natin sa pelikula, parang rom-com. Kasi mayroon siyang, hinahaluan nila ng comedy yung, ma'am, or parang rom-com na, may drama siya na part, pero may may little splice ng, ma'am, comedy. Parang
Mm.
gano'n. Tama po ba?
Mhm. Okay, when we say rejection of, thank you, Mr. Helbuena.
Hindi po.
When we say rejection of neoclassicism, this writer of Romanticism, their literature mix, combine all the genres and verses with the different measures. They combine all the genres. They did not use the three units with regards to their works. But instead, they alternate comedy with the drama. So, meaning they use drama instead of comedy with their literary works. And they evade the uses of the three units. They don't want to use this one. No place, no space, no time. In literary works during that time, as well as in our era, the authors of the prose are using plays, as you can see with your movies that we are watching. There's a place, there's a setting, always there's a setting, and there's a space, and there is a time. So these three units is the uh, needs in writing literary works with regards to the prose. But they are not using that because they alternate these things with drama. Okay? So they reject the uses of neoclassicism. And there are the characteristic of their literary works is also subjectivism. When we say subjectivism, as a person, as an individual, what do we mean by subjective person? Miss Bulataw.
Yung kunwari pag sabihin mo na, akin mo na, sabihin ko akin na lang siya. Pero hindi naman sa parang ginagawang, um, ay hindi mali pa subject. Ano pala mali. Ano ma'am? Subjectivism?
What do you call the subjective person? What is subjective person?
More on mental po ba, ma'am?
Mhm.
Siguro
How about
yung
you
sa experience po, ma'am.
experience, Mr. Bautista? Jan?
Subjective person po are the person which there are basing their personal feelings, personal opinions to the things they want or to the argument or any argument.
Pardon, Mr. Bautista, Jan.
They only basing for their personal feelings and opinions, ma'am.
Basing on personal feelings and emotion. Mr. Elias?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me po?
Yes po.
Siguro, I think of subjective person, I think of it like, ano ma'am a person who is, can distress his or opinion about something like love, about society, about politics in such way na they they convey their feelings in their work. Parang ganun po.
Mhm. No? Mr. Biadar?
Yes po, ma'am. Rinig po.
Yes po.
Ano po, ma'am? Means based on the personal perspective or preferences of a person po.
Based on her preference.
Personal perspective po, ma'am. Or preferences.
Mhm. That is what is in your dictionary. Mr. De Los Santos, Joseph.
Ano ma'am? Based on decision and behavior po ma'am.
Based on decision and behavior. Why did you say that based on decision and behavior? Gusto daw po, who's that? What do you mean by that? Mr. Biador?
Ma'am, si De Los Santos po yan.
De Los Santos, sorry po.
Ma'am. May mga ano po sila ma'am, their own opinion po ma'am. In individual po ma'am.
What's that? Calipes? Mr. Calipes? Based on desire? Okay, when we say subjective person, they are not objective person. They subject means though they don't want, but still they said yes. Though there are some disagreement with this feeling, he feels that he don't want, but still he said yes. Did you get me? Wala akong kausap.
Yes po. Yes.
Because there are times that there are some situation that we encountered. For example, in a group, who was barkada here? Oh, in a family rather, not barkada. In a family, is there a disagreement with the discussion between the family?
Yes po.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, of course. Is there any objection with the discussion, with the argue within the family? There's an argue?
Yes po, ma'am.
Of course. Because there is an objective member of the family, but there are subjective member in the family. The subjective one are those who agreed with the amend of the family. The objective person, they don't want to agree with the amendment of the maybe the parent. Maybe the parent says that you as a student, you're just second year college. You must not have any girlfriend, any boyfriend because you're still young. Finish first your study. The subjective kid or the subjective child will agree. He will not, she or he will not have the girlfriend or boyfriend as early as this age. He will follow what he or his parent wants him to do. That is the subjective person. But if the objective kid is the one who heard that with the voice of his parents, he will not, he object. He will do what he wants to do, what he feels to do, because he doesn't want to follow the amount of his parents. So these are the objective person. They know that they think that they are uh, they are more correct. They're, it's just their feeling that they are more correct because you think that you are matured, you are old enough to do what you want. So that is objective person. So with this subjectivism, all of their literary works are inclined with the desire about love because they are romanticists. They don't want to disagree with the rule of the romanticism. Okay? They are longing for the passionate love, desire for happiness, and possession of infinite or infinity of affection, infinity of emotion. Okay? Then we have another characteristics are they are very attracted to the nocturnal and mysterious topics. They want witch-like, they want afterlife topic, they want diabolic, they want, this is very much familiar with us, the supernatural topics that they have that escape with any logic, such as miracles. They are also inclined with the vision of the afterlife, as I have said. So these are the characteristics of romanticism. And also one of the characteristics is their topic escape from the world that surrounds them. Because they use fantasy, they use imaginative um, literature. They don't want the real one. They want, most of their topics are escaping from this world. Okay? And these are the themes of their works. One is oneself. When we say oneself, what does it entail? How about Miss Rivera? Are you still there, Mr. Rivera?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. When we say oneself, what does it mean?
Yung ano mo po, sariling opinion mo po or sariling pinapaniwalaan.
When we say oneself, it is an opinion?
Facts, feelings, parang ganun.
Romanticists use facts? Are you listening, Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Oh, if you are listening, you are very far. How do you say that the romanticists use facts? Did I told everybody in the class that romanticists use facts and opinion?
Feelings.
With your own idea, with your own perception, what is oneself? Mr. Morada?
Sarili po ma'am ng isang tao. Ay, ano ba yun? Teka lang. Ano ma'am, yung isang tao na sarili, yung sarili ng isang tao, gano'n ma'am.
Sarili ng isang tao? Sarili ng isang tao o sarili ng ibang tao? What's that?
Yung sa isang person. Ma'am, na yung isang person.
Ma'am.
Teka lang.
Okay, Miss Miranda.
Ano pa, ma'am? You as yourself individually. Ikaw mismo.
You ask yourself?
Hindi mo, you as yourself, me
You
as
as a self.
Apo.
Okay, you as a self, as individual.
Apo.
Okay, that's it. Yes, how was that? Mark Anthony, what? What do you want to say?
Nakalimutan ko, ma'am. Nasagot na, ma'am. Hindi, nakalimutan ko.
Okay. Oneself means self. You as a self. You as an individual. You are speaking about yourself. You are speaking about. You can speak about somebody else. You can have the topic, like for example, I am the author. I will discuss about everything with my own knowledge, with my own understanding about an individual. Let's say, for example, I would like to write about, though I did not meet him, with all the literary works that I heard and I have read, I can write about him, and that is oneself. Okay, and of course they are very passionate with this. All the literary works of these romanticists are very passionate in love. What is passionate? When we say passionate, what is that? Passion? Fashion? Fashion or passion? What about this, Mr. De Rosas?
For me po, passionate means giving everything that you have or to achieve that love or feelings po.
You will give everything with regards to the love and feelings. Is that you are trying to say?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody who wants to say about this one? Mr. Nicolas.
Yung yung pagpapakita po ng ng strong feelings or parang belief po yun.
Okay. Showing of the strong feeling with regards to the love. Okay, we could not say that it is love if it is not shown with the deepest meaning of love, because passionate is something that is a very deep emotion regarding love. When we say, it might be applied not only in love, it might be applied in everything that we are doing as a human. Okay, so this passionate love is one of the theme of the romanticist authors, and this is very true, and up to now we can see this literary works. They are very much inclined with the legend, right? during your elementary days, you heard about the different kind of legend about the bakit maraming mata ang pinya, bakit Malabon ang pangalan ng syudad nyo, bakit Nabotas ang pangalan ng syudad ng iba, bakit Manila. Those are legends and historic themes. Diba? Bakit naging Bangkusay ang pangalan ng Bangkusay sa Tondo? Why is it become Tondo? Ganon. They are very fond of this. The literary works of the Romanticists are very inspired with this, and up to now they are using this one. As well as in religion, of course, because in becoming Romanticists, they're very fond of using this as theme, their religion. And then the social demands, everything about the society, the prominent, the beggar, which is more likely with the beggar. Sometimes, nahahalili yung mga prominent people, but most of their topics are the marginalized people in our society, yung mga mahihirap, because they think that they can more encourage reader with their literary works. And as well as the nature, because Romanticists are a lover of the nature. They love nature. They usually utilize the mysterious places like cemetery for their mysterious literary works, for their horror literary works. Okay? And they are using the theme of satire with the connect of political. Okay? And realism. Sorry, fast forward tayo ha. Realism. When we say real, what's that? What does it mean when we say real? Miss Makale.
Makatotohanan po.
Makatotohanan. Mr. Bahado.
Something you can touch and feel po, ma'am.
Aha, something that, yes, it's true. Something that you can touch and feel. How about you, Miss Bulataw?
True to life po.
True to life. Mm-hmm. Any more? Miss Miranya.
Mr. po, may ano po?
Ay, Mr. Sorry po. Sorry po.
May proof po.
May proof that what?
Na is it real po?
Ah.
May witness, ganun.
Mm-hmm. So, there's a proof that it is real. Mr. Miranya? Who's that? Mr. Bahado? Ano ba? How about you, Mr. Bautista? Jen?
Authentic po, ma'am.
Authentic. What do you mean by
Original.
authentic?
Ano po? Para siyang
Mr. Bautista?
parang ano po siya, bago, parang ano po, origin po, ganun.
Origin? Origin?
Opo.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Mr. De Rosas?
Something that exists in our natural world po.
Something that is existing. Okay. When we say real, of course, in Filipino, that is totoo. And in the essence of real, something, of course, as your classmate says, something that we can touch, something that we can feel, as well as the other classmate says that something that is authentic, and so forth and so forth. So when we say real, it is really true. The truth is the one who has been doing with the realism authors. They're just meant with the true literary works. They are not using any false data. They are not using any false documents with regards to their literary works. What they have using are the authentic one. They use the authenticity of their work, their literature. So it says here that realism appears when literates have grown tired of subjectivism, as we have discussed before. They don't want this subjectivism because this subjectivism bow down with any rules of the romanticists. They just follow. They just follow without understanding. They just follow, uh, though they have an objection with their feelings. They just follow because they are subjectivism. They are subjective uh, authors. So these realists are very tired of that. They don't want that kind of uh, literary works. Okay? Because these realists, they are looking, they want real. And when we say real, it is not makatotohanan. It is not makatotohanan. There's no totoo in makatotohanan. There's something seen in makatotohanan, but it is not authentically true. So it is not real. I hope you understand that. There's no truth with makatotohanan. When they said based on real story, it is just based. Because some scene, especially the names of the person, is not real. Pinagbatayan lang nila yung totoong nangyari, but the entire story is not real. My portion, yes, there's a portion. There's a scene which is true, but not entirely the scene are true. Okay? They don't want the imaginative and very colorful words because they want facts. They wrote facts. Yeah? And they sought to observe the people, society, and contemporary traditions objectively. They're not just looking, they're not just see the person, they observe people. They observe the community. They observe the society before they wrote the literature. Because their goal is to present the truest scene, the truest exena, the truest picture of the society. This is with regards, I think, this is very true with the news writers. Because if you are a news writer, I'm not speaking with the forecaster. I'm not using. I'm not pertaining to the newscaster. I'm not pertaining with them because they are not the one who write. They are not the one who wrote that particular news. The news writer wrote the news that the newscaster is reading. Okay, so lahat ng newscaster are not news writer. Because newscaster is just reading. They just read what the news writer have wrote. Okay? So the news writer, his goal, her goal was to present the truest picture of the society. That is the goal of the realist authors. And these are the examples that we had with the literary works of realists. We have Juan Valeria, Jose Maria de Pereda, Benito Perez Galdós, Emilia Parado Bazan, Leopoldo Alas Clarin, Armando Palacio Valdez, Vicente Blasco Ibanez, and with the poetry we have Ramon Campomor, Gaspar Nunez de Arce, and with the other poets. About the theaters, we have Jose Echagaray and Manuel Tamayo E. Baus. So these are some literary works. With Juan Valera and others, they are inclined with the literary works of novels. Okay? Okay. We have the different characteristics of this realism. We have, of course, they are not subjective, they are objective with their vision of reality through the direct observation of custom or psychological character of the individuals. Okay. They are very objective with it. They are very observant, of course, as well as they eliminate any subjective aspect and fantastic event, every feelings that moves away from reality, because they always pertain their literary works with reality. They eliminate everything about the subjective aspect, fantastic imaginary event about the feelings. They are not using this one. The novel is the image of life. It is an artistic copy of reality, according to Clarin. Okay? And one of the characteristics is defense of a thesis. Okay, let's go with this. Defense of a thesis. Every one of you, all of you are done with the senior high, right? You are done with the senior high. No? Or yes?
Yes po.
Only
Po.
one has done with the senior high.
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Did you experience writing? Did you experience that? No.
Yes po.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Only Mr. Angel Christian
Yes po.
experience. You are the only one who experienced writing a thesis. The rest did not experience. Ano ba? PSI?
Case study po.
Ma'am, we did po.
Oh,
Case study.
No experience mo.
okay. You did that. All of you did that. How did you write your thesis? That is the literary work of you, of your group, of you, if ever that you did that individually. I gave that to my students before when I was in senior high school, grade 12. Individual. I did not group them. Why? Because when I group them, they will encounter much problem. So they did their these literary works individually. Anyway, konti lang naman sila. They're just more than 30. So how about you? How did you do? How did you did your thesis? Is there anyone who still remember your thesis? As well in your college also, I know that you did that, right? In your first year. You did also this. Why, Mr. Bahadur, you're shaking your head? Hi.
Lang po, nagpapatunog po ng leg. Sorry po.
Okay, papatunog ng leg. Oh, do you still remember the topics that you did in your thesis? You have two theses, and another one is case study. Case study is different from thesis writing. You have your practical research, right? That is the very first research that you will have in your senior high. And then you have the second one, pananaliksik in Filipino, right? There's a subject in Filipino which is thesis writing, pananaliksik, direkta pananaliksik, as well as practical research. That is also a direkta research work. Thesis writing also. How did you do it? Wala nang alala. 1 year ago pa lang yun, ah.
Qualitative po ba or quantitative?
Yes po, Mr. Anthony. What are you trying to say, Mr. Abad? Are you Mr. Abad? Oh, bigla nawala na po.
Research pa lang po kasi yung nagagawa namin ng senior high, ma'am.
Research is that is your thesis writing. It composed of different 5 chapters of, diba? We have the
Introduction.
we have the introduction. We have the
BPO related literature.
so that is thesis writing. Research is thesis writing. That is your literary works. That is your literature. Your personal literature. Did you defend that?
Yes po.
How? How did you defend that? You defend that during 2021 with the strong COVID that we had, strong COVID that we had during that time, 2021. How about you, Miss Miranda? Oh, Miss Miranda left.
Ano?
11:32. Okay. Mr. Bahado.
Yung sa amin po, ma'am, not really po na-defend po talaga. Kasi po yung teacher po namin sa research po nun is, tawag po dito. Parang po siya hindi po siya nakapagturo hindi po namin alam kung tama po yung ginagawa namin that time. Kasi po, pabago-bago po yung title, which is, pag tuwing po kami, sabihin, okay na, tapos, kinabukasan, pag nagtanong po kami, sabihin, baguhin pa po yun. Tapos yun po hanggang sa natapos na lang po yung taon na nag-depend po kami, which is rejected po. Kasi po, sabi po ng mga panel, sa topic pa lang po, mali na po yung Although, alam po namin kung which is IMRAD, the introduction, methodology, tapos discussion result, something po. Natapos po namin na lahat doon. Pero po nung dumating na po doon sa mismong defense na po, rejected po yung research po namin, which is dahil po sa title po.
Why? Is the title did not coincide with the literary works?
I don't know po, ma'am, pero po yung para pong nasayang po. Basta po sayang po lahat nung nagawa po namin that time po. Kasi po about po kasi since ABM po kami nun about business po yung po namin, yung research po namin nun. Tapos yung teacher po namin is marketing. Hindi ko po alam kung ano po nangyari doon. Basta nagkagulo-gulo po kasi po ganun po yung nangyari na di po maayos daw po yung title, sabi po ng mga panelists. Pero lagi po namin pinapacheck yung title nun. Pabago-bago po kasi yung title namin nun kasi po sinasabi po ni sir, mali daw yung ginawa namin. Tapos, susunod na araw po, pag pinacheck po namin ulit, tama naman na po. Tapos, parang pabago-bago po yung nangyayari.
Okay. Nakita ko na problema. Okay. Mr. Labaton.
Ano po ulit yung tanong, ma'am?
Yung kung paano po ba dinepend yung ano. Yung sa amin naman po, yung tinanong sa research namin, kung ano po yung alternatives na pwede pong gamitin namin.
Mhm.
Tapos tatanong kung ano yung mga, kunyari po, doon sa, ano yun? Nakalimutan ko yung tawag. Yung sa problem po dun sa research namin, magtatanong po yung analyst po kung paano po kung wala yung material na yun. Experimentative po, experiment po kasi yung research namin. Kung paano po kung wala yung material na yun, ano po yung ipapalit namin. Tapos basta puro po about sa material yung tinatanong namin. Tapos kung ano po yung pwede maging alternative kapag wala po yung mga bagay na kailangan na nilagay namin doon sa details.
So your research is with regards to the qualitative because it is more on observation. No? Okay.
Opo,
So
ma'am.
it is quite hard if you will use qualitative because you don't have any survey there. Okay. How about you, Mr. Rivera?
Sa amin po, ma'am, yung ano, yung parang pastimalos, yung yung dessert pa nalalagyan ng gulay. Yun po yung parang may background study po kami, tas kung ano po yung,
Again, Mr. Rivera.
yung
I did
kahit
not-
topic po namin yun, ma'am. Ano, dessert siya, pastillas na lalagyan po ng malunggay.
That is
Tas yun po.
it is a project proposal. It is not a research.
Tas hindi po may mga background study po kami. Scope and delimitation. Tas
It has a background study.
statement po po.
It has a background.
Dinepend po namin test nung online po namin siya dinepend. Research.
Ginawa niyo pastillas. Ganun
Ano
ba?
po kasi, based po sa ano namin, sa strand namin. Kaya parang sa food po kami
What is your strand?
cookery po.
Foods and cookery.
Yes po.
So,
Kaya po, ano po kami sa food po yung ni-research po namin kung ano po yung pwede. Parang dessert na maglalagyan ng gulay. Ganun po.
what subject is that? Your research. In what subject you did your research?
Research,
Practical research?
Ayan pa, yes pa kay sir. Opo. Practical research po. Tas quantitative po yung ginamit namin. Bali, nag-survey po kami ng mga taong hindi kumakain ng gulay. So, yun po, parang mga ganun po yung ginawa namin.
So you defend that?
Yes po, online po.
Okay. Did you pass?
Yes po.
Of course. Dahil kung hindi, wala ka dito ngayon, no? How about you, Mr. Torrejos?
Ma'am, yung sa amin naman po, quantitative po.
Mhm.
Kasi yung study po namin, nagpo-focus po siya sa location po and income po ng street food vendors sa may specific place po kami na inaaral, which is sa sa North Bay Boulevard, South Navotas po.
Mhm.
So kung may relationship ba yung location and income po ng isang street food, if the street food po ba is mobile and stationary, yun yung income po nila.
Okay.
So after po ng namin, ang chapter 1 po kasi yun, tawag dito, statement of the problem. Ayun nga po, kung saan naka-include po dyan yung demographic profile po ng respondents, yung which is yung street food vendor. Depende po yan kung kukunin po ba yung edad, yung kung lalaki po ba, babae, years of experience at saka yung working hours po.
Okay.
Tapos of course yung yung average income po kada buwan. Tapos after po ng statement of the problem, I think magpo-proceed na po kami sa data gathering po.
Data gathering agad-agad?
Opo. Data gathering.
From chapter 1, you jump to chapter 4?
Hindi ko na po kasi maalala, ma'am.
Mhm. Because
Pero,
we have... Yes, what? Yes po.
Pero after po ng data gathering, nandun na po yung sa pagkakalala ko, ang tawag doon statistical treatment of data. Doon na po kukunin po yung doon na po namin ipa-percentage at saka yung iba't iba pong factor kung nagma-matter po ba yung location at saka yung yung tawag dito, yung kung anong type po ng pagbebenta nila, kung mobile po ba o stationary.
Mhm. So, it is still in chapter 4. You did only chapter 1 and chapter 4. You don't have chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 5. In defending the thesis, most of the chapter that we use is chapter 4, because in chapter 4, that is where we put our datas, we gathered datas, all the literary works with regards to your topic has been written in your chapter 4. Because chapter 2, it is just the literary works of different authors that you gathered with regards to the topic that you are handling. And you don't just copy, you have to citation with the literary works of different authors. With chapter 3, of course, it is with regards to the design that you will use in your with your topic. And in chapter 5, that is the summary of your literature, of your work, of everything that you did from chapter 1 to chapter 4. Okay? So, with regards to the literary works of this realism authors, of course, they also gathered data. They have the proof that their literary works are approaching from their moral concept. They are approaching to the reality, to the events which is real. They narrate everything that they observe regarding the society. So that is how they defend their thesis. Okay? Most of the themes that they are using is marital conflict. When we say marital conflict, what do you mean by marital, by the way, class? What is your idea when we say marital?
Marriage po.
What's that? Mr. Bahada?
Marriage po.
Okay. We talk about marriage of two person. So, when they get married, sometimes they will experience conflict regarding their marriage. What is conflict? What is your idea with regards to conflict? Wala lang.
Problem po.
What's that? Who's that? Mr. Lebaton?
Hindi po na pagkasunduan.
Hindi na pagkakasunduan. Mr. Heruta?
Miss po, ma'am.
What?
Miss po, miss.
Sorry. Lagi na lang. Sorry po, Miss Heruta.
Ano po, ma'am? Misunderstanding po.
Misunderstanding. Okay. So, usually, the conflict is misunderstanding because the two individual, when you are just say, what do you call this? Boyfriends, girlfriends, you will not show who you are. You will not show you as a person. You keep on hiding about you. Then when you get married, then that's the time you could not hide anymore about you. So after several months, several years, here comes the conflict. What would be the problem that this couple encountered? Who has already, some of you has a partner, right? Tama
Yes
po
po.
ba? Okay. Who's a partner?
Wala po.
Are you Mr. Cruz? De La Cruz, Mr. De La Cruz, Angelo? Are you, do you have a partner? Do you have a relationship? Who's that?
Wala po, ma'am.
Sabay tumawa eh, no? Okay. Oh, it's this. Mr. Torres. Who has a partner? Yana. Mr. Torrejos.
Yes po, ma'am.
Do you have a partner, Mr.
Yes
Torrejos?
po. Yes po.
Okay.
Ako, ma'am, kabit.
Ah, who's that?
Grabe naman sa kabit.
Who's that?
Ayun yung nagkukos ng conflict eh, yung kabit eh.
Okay. What is the conflict, Mr. Torrejos?
Ano po, ma'am? Disagreement po ng
Regarding
disagreement po sa isang bagay po.
disagreement regarding sa isang bagay. How about you,
Yes,
Mr. Ms. Bulataw?
Away po.
Yes, away nga eh. What? What about the away? Ano yung pinag-aawayan? That's it.
Pag, sample din po pag kunwari may pinapagawa ka at hindi niya ginawa.
Pag hindi ginawa yung pinapagawa. Okay.
Third party, ma'am. Third party.
Mr. Robles, what are you trying to say?
Okay, ma'am. Because of away.
How about you, Mr. Soria?
Pagsiselos po sa best friend.
Pagsiselos naman. Mr. Bautista.
Pride and ego po, ma'am.
Pride and ego. Why? Why pride and ego? Why did you say about pride and ego?
Mayroon pong may pride, parang parehas pong mapagmataas, wala pong nagpapakumbaba.
May ayaw bumaba. Pag nasabi na. How about you, Mr. Nicolas?
Ano po, misunderstanding po.
About what?
Ano pa uli yung tanong? Sorry po.
You're answering without understanding.
Lumipad
What
po
is the
yung ulo ko.
conflict?
Kapag conflict po, ano po, like, for example po, di ba nag-aaway kayo, then, yun nga, parang tinaasan po ng konti yung boses mo. Tapos, ayun nga po, magkakaroon po ng conflict kasi parang misunderstanding po. Misunderstanding, yun.
How about you, Mr. Vera?
Incompatible po sila. Kunyari po may mga pinapaniwalaan siya na hindi mo pinapaniwalaan. Ganun po.
How did you become a couple if you are incompatible?
Hindi, parang nalaman mo na lang po nung maging ano na
magkasama.
kayo Apo, yes po.
Okay. So, all the while, during your boyfriend and girlfriend, you don't know each other because you hide. You hide at the saya of your parents. You're real you. Okay. So that is the conflict. Sometimes you hide yourself. You did not show up who you are, who you really are. So there might be a big conflict with that if ever that you will get married. Because if you hide uh, after a long while of your being steady, then after studying, then you get married, and that is a very big problem with your couple because you hide everything about you. So it might, the worst scenario that might happen is these two couple might break up with their marriage. Maybe they will annul, maybe they will divorce with their marriage. Okay? So these are the themes. A very simple conflict is the kid. Sino mag-aalaga? May trabaho ako. Ako rin may trabaho eh. O, paano yan? May anak tayo. Sino mag-aalaga? O, sino magluluto? Di ba ikaw dapat magluto kasi babae ka, sabi ng lalaki. Sabi naman ng babae, bakit? May trabaho ko. Ikaw magluluto kasi ikaw nasa bahay. Diba? Dapat ganun. Those the conflict. Those are very simple conflict with the couple. And then if that conflict comes out every day in their life, they will burst out. They will end up with breaking their marriage. And who suffer? Of course, the kids suffer about the conflict. A very simple conflict. They make it big for the everyday conflict. Okay, and another one theme about the realism is infidelity. What is your idea with regards to infidelity? Okay, how about you, Mr. Labatan?
Cheating.
Cheating. What do you mean by cheating?
Yung ano,
What?
yung pagkakaroon ng relasyon sa iba kahit meron ng kasama.
Okay, that's it. Yun yung sinigaw ng kaklase nyo. What's that? Which is, that is very rampant nowadays. That's the trend. Parang trend na eh, nakita ko eh, no? Why? Because as we can see, there are so many couples who did that. They are not, what's that? Hindi na nila, the proper term is, hindi na nila iginagalang ang kanilang matrimonyo. They're not respecting anymore about their relationship, their marriage. They're not respecting the kids that they have already. Because everything about the infidelity, kids are the one who suffered. Because kids is, they are just kids. They don't know what happens to you with your marriage. So they will suffer a lot. And then paglaki nila, they will become like you because of not proper guidance. Hindi ko man sinasabing lahat. Some of you experience that, being a naiwan with the broken marriage of their parents. Naiwan kayo sa inyong lolo, sa inyong tatay, sa inyong nanay. It's either. So infidelity is a very, very big conflict with regards to the marriage. Okay, and that is another theme of this literary works of realists. And another theme is they use popular and colloquial language. What do you mean by colloquial? What is your idea with regards to colloquial? Is there anybody?
Yung
What? Mr. Johnson,
Ano po yung tanong, ma'am?
are you listening, Mr. Johnson?
Di ko po narinig maayos yung term colloquial po ba?
Yes po. What? Nagtanong tapos wala. Mr. Miranya. Hello. Mr. Nebres. Wala. Okay, Mr. Bautista dyan.
Yun po yung, in terms of ano po, words, yun po yung ginagamit natin sa pakikipag-usap sa mga kaibigan natin. Yung mga words na hindi po formal.
Okay, words which is not formal. Okay. How about you, Ms. Rivera?
Yun nga po yung parang informal words tapos yung mga salita na pinapaiksi. Kunyari po, nasaan. Tapos yung parang pag colloquial po, nasan.
Okay.
Parang ganun po pinapaiksi.
Okay. So when we say colloquial, it is the informal terminologies that we are using in our daily life, which is not balbal, ha? It is not balbal. Balbal is different. Our colloquial terminologies are the one who the terms that we use in our daily life. For example, hintay ka muna. That is the term. That is the proper term. Hintay ka muna. The colloquial term for that is what? You know? You don't know. Okay. The colloquial term for that is teka lang. Teka lang ha. May gagawin lang ako. Teka lang, diyan ka lang. You are very fond of using that in your terminologies naman in English, which is wrong. Wait lang. You always use that. Wait lang, wait lang, wait lang. No, it's not. What is the proper term? If you want to say something and then sasabihin mo lang mamaya konti up. What is the proper term for that? For a while. You must use for a while. Not teka lang, not wait lang. Okay, but you are very fond of using that. So the terminologies that we are using daily life, in our daily life, is the colloquial. And the colloquial that we are using in NCR, what is that? What is that term? Ano tawag natin doon sa terminolohiya na yun? Is it Tagalog? Is it Ilocano? Is it Bicolano? Is it what's it? May kausap ba ako? What?
Tagalog po.
Ms. Rivera?
Tagalog po.
Tagalog po. Are you sure? Parang ano ka, nalalata ka. May sakit ka ba? May sakit ka, Ms. Rivera?
Wala naman po.
Is dinengdeng Tagalog? Is bintana Tagalog? Is muebles Tagalog? Answer me.
Opo, ma'am.
Yes po.
How did you know that it is Tagalog, Mr. Uh, John Christian Bautista?
Salitang Tagalog po siya.
Salitang Tagalog po ito.
Salita pa ng mga Pilipino.
Mhm. Muebles is not Tagalog. That is Spanish term, which is adopted by the Zamboangueños. Dinding is not Tagalog. That is Ilocano term. Bintana is not Tagalog. That is Malay term. With whom the Malays are the first people here in our country, and they live in I think in Visayan or in the southern areas of Luzon, and as well as Indonesia. So that's not Tagalog. What is Tagalog of Bintana? We have Durungawan. 12. What is Diningding? That is Ilocano. Our terms, our colloquial term that has been used in Metro Manila or in NCR is Filipino. Why Filipino? Because we adopt different languages from different region, like Diningding, Pakbet, Bintana, Muebles, Sofa. We adapt that, and we use that as our language. So our colloquial language that we are using in our daily life is Filipino. Okay? Maliwanag po ba?
Opo.
These are the themes that has been used by the realist authors in realism era. Okay? So we will continue this on next Friday, class. See you on next Friday. Wait for a while. For a while. Don't move out yet. Don't move out. Okay. That's it. You are BSIT 2E. Save. I just make an attendance. Okay. So, goodbye class and see you on Friday. Be ready with the presenters during that day. All of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.